8:45, this is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by J. Yogaraj and read by Niranjan Abesundara. Mihintale Aloka Puja was inaugurated today under the patronage of the Prime Minister. State Minister Aditya Cabral emphasized the importance of devising a regulatory method to streamline the stock market. It is stressed that the election law reform should be carried out in such a way that women are properly represented in Parliament, provincial councils and local government authorities. Parliamentarian Pratiswitharan requests the government to appoint a party leaders committee to control the COVID-19 pandemic situation. Parliamentarian Mahantha Disanayaka says vaccination drive is one and only solution to control the COVID pandemic. 11 more localities in 2 districts isolated from today. COVID caseload moves up as 1,050 more tested positive today. Med Department issues red alert to 7 districts over severe lightning. And in world news, China's space station, astronauts record first 24 hours in space. Sports news, the first T20 match between Sri Lanka and England will be played today at Cardiff Cricket Grounds. Match will commence at 11 p.m. Sri Lankan time. The Mihintale Aloka Puja was inaugurated today under the patronage of the Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. A short event in this regard was held this evening with the limited participation of invited guests. As usual, this time the National Person Festival is organised at historic Mihintale Sacred City. The main ceremony will be held at the Mihintale Rajama Viharaya under strict health guidelines. This time the ceremony is being held without the participation of the devotees due to the coronavirus pandemic situation. The Poson Week commenced last Monday. This time the Poson National Festival will be given prominence to the Pratipatti Puja observances. The theme for this year is All Human Beings Should Live a Healthy Life Without Any Suffering. Ratna Sutra chanting program at this Viharab commenced on Sunday. Pinkam proceedings were conducted on Monday. Meanwhile, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa will inaugurate the Aloka Puja on the Post and Poet Day tomorrow, the 24th of June. The President will also participate as the chief guest at the Post National Festival tomorrow in Mihintale. Another important ceremony will be held at the Situlpawa Rajama Viharaya. State Minister Aditya Cabral emphasized the importance of devising a regulatory method to streamline the stock market. The present government has paid attention on this matter. State Minister reiterated that government will not betray the country's sovereignty and integrity for the sake of GSP Plus facility. State Minister made these remarks while making a statement in Parliament today. Parliamentarian Pratiswitharan requests the government to appoint party leaders committee to control the COVID pandemic situation. He also stressed the proposed committee should draw a plan to implement the rural level to control the COVID-19 outbreak. During the debate, State Minister Sudarshini Fernandes says Indian COVID variant is capable of transmitting the virus at a rapid pace. It is highly transmissible, the minister added. Parliamentarian Vidya Herat said the government failed to control the rice prices. He also pointed out people who have obtained bank loans and leasing facilities are undergoing severe stress at this time. Parliamentarian Aditmana Perimas said opposition will extend support to the additional fund allocation, supplementary fund allocation to prevent COVID-19 spread. Parliamentarian Lalit Ellawar said COVID-19 pandemic is not limited to Sri Lanka and is a global pandemic. Parliamentarian Mahantha Disanayaka said vaccination drive is the one and only solution to control the COVID pandemic. He also emphasized the importance that the government should expedite this inoculation process to vaccinate all eligible citizens in the country before the end of this year. The Minister of Health says 1,358 more persons were tested positive for the coronavirus today. All new cases have been associated with the New Year COVID-19 cluster. This brings the total number of COVID-19 cases confirmed in the country thus far to 245,271. As per the statistics, more than 31,000 virus-infected persons are currently being treated at designated hospitals and treatment centres across the island. Meanwhile, the recoveries count climbed to 211,186 today as 1,890 patients who were under medical care for the coronavirus had returned to health. According to official data, COVID-19 death toll now stands at 2,704. 11 more localities were isolated with effect from 6 a.m. today, June 23rd, National Operating Centre for Prevention of COVID-19 Outbreak announced. According to the head of the NOCPCO, Army Commander General Sean Silva, isolation orders were issued on 10 localities in the Batticaloa district and another in Trincomalee district. Trincomalee Police Area, Nagarajawalau area. Batticaloa district, Walacheni Police Area. First Cross Street, Brainthore Chennai Gramila Division, Second Cross Street, Brainthore Chennai Gramila Division, Kattankudi Police Area, Kattankudi Part 4, Kattankudi Part 5, and Kattankudi Part 6 Gramila Division, Kattankudi Part 5 South Gramila Division, New Kattankudi Part East Gramila Division, New Kattankudi Part North Gramila Division, New Kattankudi Part South Gramila Division, and Karabala Road, Alis Avenue, Nurania Cemetery Road, and Beach Road. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Get your EPF loan information and service details via SMS from HDFC Bank.
The government says 78,000 K doses of Pfizer vaccine will be received by the country next month. State Minister Professor Chandraja Sumana said the country is expected to get the vaccine within the first 3 weeks of next month. He said 20,000 doses will be brought down weekly for 3 weeks. State Pharmaceuticals Corporation has purchased a stock of vaccine. It is the first consignment of vaccine that will be brought down to the country. A red alert for thunderous showers accompanied by severe lightning was issued for 7 districts, the Department of Meteorology said today. They said fairly heavy rainfall, more than 50 millimeters, could be expected in some places in the western Sabaragamulla provinces and the Golamathura districts. There will be thunderous showers in eastern Nuwa provinces and Mullaitivu and Vavuniya districts in the night. Accordingly, 9 districts including Mullaitivu, Vavuniya, Trincomalee, Batticaloa, Ampara, Badul and Monragala have been alerted over the weather condition. The public can request to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by lightning activity. And that ends local news for now.
Now, get your EPF loan information and service details via SMS from HDFC Bank. Wherever you are, being a state and private sector employee, to obtain EPF loan information and service details, just send a SMS mentioning EPF space, name and region to 0718 800 999. HDFC Bank, the bank for your home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Minister Pavitra Vannarachi says the opportunities and roles of women who represent people should be broadened. The minister stated that elected law reforms should be carried out in such a way that women are properly represented in Parliament, provincial councils and local government authorities. Women should be given reasonable representation when revising the electoral structure and election regulations. The minister also pointed out the percentage of women's representation has dropped sharply in recent past. However, women's representation in Sri Lanka is high when compared to other small Asian countries in the region, the minister added. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
On to Watchlight. Health officials request the public to follow the health guideline during this period. Although the travel restrictions are relaxed, the interprovincial travel restrictions will be enforced without any change. The public is requested to follow special guidelines released by Health Ministry to control the third wave of coronavirus outbreak. That came to in Watchlight. On to world news. China's space station astronauts record first 24 hours in space. UK denies Russia fired warning shots in a British warship. Apple Daily, Hong Kong's pro-democracy paper, announces closure. Even in space, afternoon naps are all in a day's work for the astronauts working in China's new space station. New footage released today also showed the 3 men, Ni Haisheng, Liu Boming and Tang Hongbo, having meals as boxes floated around them. The video documented their first 24 hours aboard the Tihari module, but they will stay for 3 months. Britain has denied Russian reports that its military fired warning shot at UK destroyer in the Black Sea. Moscow's defense ministry has quoted as saying the HMS Defender entered Russian territorial waters near Crimea while a patrol ship fired warning shots and a jet dropped bombs in its path. Britain's Ministry of Defense said no warning shots had been fired at HMS Defender. It added that the ship was sailing in Ukrainian waters. Hong Kong's largest pro-democracy paper, Apple Daily, has announced its closure in a blow to media freedom in the city. Tabloids of officers were raided last week over allegations of several reports that had breached the controversial national security law. Police detained the chief editor and 5 of the executives, and company-linked assets were frozen. The publication had become a leading critic of Hong Kong and the Chinese leadership. And back to the headlines of the world news. China's space station astronauts record first 24 hours in space. UK denies Russia fired warning shots near British warship. Apple Daily, Hong Kong's pro-democracy paper, announces closure. Development news. Mr. Chamal Rajapaksa says effective measures have been taken to procure new technical equipment to the meteorological department. A sum of 2.5 million Japanese yen will be spent on this equipment. This will be purchased by the end of 2024. That's development news. And on to sports news. The first T20 match between Sri Lanka and England will play today at Cardiff Cricket Grounds. The match will commence at 11 p.m. Sri Lankan time. Since the start of 2019, England have won 16 T20 internationals to the 8 they have lost. In the same period, Sri Lanka have lost 14, winning just 5. England are the top-ranked T20 side, while Sri Lanka are 8th. And while England has been runners-up at the most recent T20 World event, Sri Lanka are required to qualify for the main draw of the next major tournament. That was sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Dialogue Enterprise, the corporate solutions arm of Sri Lanka's premier connectivity provider, Dialogue Axiata PLC, partnered with Google Cloud to bring Google Workspace, a flexible and innovative solution to people and organizations to achieve more along with their existing offerings and services to enhance productivity and collaboration for its customers. That was Business News.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news. Courtesy of...
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Ceylon Salt, which is the only producer of Artemia crisp fish food in Sri Lanka, will be reinvesting heavily to increase their production. Ceylon Salt Company Hammatara Chairman Nishantha Sadabarana said that there is also a growing huge market for Artemia globally as well, and they hope to enter this market and for this for the first time bring dollars to Ceylon Salt coffers. That is economic news.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the western, central, Sabaragamuwa and southern provinces. Showers thunder showers will occur in the east and Uva provinces and the Mullaitivu and Waunga districts in the night. So the spells of showers will occur in the northwestern province and fairly heavy falls, about 20 millimeters, can be expected in some places in the western Sabaragamuwa province and the God and Mathura districts. General public can requested to take adequate precaution to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. This weather report was published this evening at 7:30 p.m. Further details could be obtained by visiting the official website of the department. Meanwhile, international weather forecast website AccuWeather.com predicts that Colombo weather could be generally cloudy in the day. There will be light showers in many places in Colombo district. Tonight's weather will be around 20 centigrade and there will be scattered showers in selected spots late in the night. Air quality index is 22, which shows excellent condition in Colombo. Air quality is ideal for most individuals to enjoy their normal indoor and outdoor activities. That was the weather report.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasir, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
Back to the headlines of the news. Meentale Alaka Puja was inaugurated today under the patronage of the Prime Minister. State Minister Aditya Cabral emphasized the importance of devising a regulatory method to streamline the stock market. It stressed that election law reform should be carried out in such a way that women are properly represented in Parliament, provincial councils and local government authorities. Parliamentarian Professor Tisvitarana requests the government to appoint a party leaders committee to control the COVID pandemic situation. Parliamentarian Madhuri Sanaka says vaccination drive is the one and only solution to control the COVID pandemic. 11 more localities in 2 districts isolated from today. COVID case load moves up as 1,050 more tested positive today. Many department issues red alert to 7 districts over severe lightning. In the news overseas, China's space station astronauts record first 24 hours in space. In sports news, the first T20 match between Sri Lanka and England will play today at Cardiff Cricket Grounds. The match will commence at 11 p.m. Sri Lanka time. That in the news and